organization. This one is my own organization, which is called the Habitat Africa. And these are the guides that I have trained myself, and today they are with me. I have taken this initiation to take them round into the country, which is sponsored by myself, to take them all the bird watching areas to see the different type of birds after the season or in the beginning of the rainy season, so that we see how different the birds are at this time of the year. And this organization, I call it Habitat Africa.
Africa, it's like a new initiative.
That's
which
right.
I mean you have started.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's been a long time.
Okay.
Because I've been into this for more than 25 years, and I have training my guides for about 20 years now. I've been doing this. The organization is
name Habitat Africa seems to rather, I mean, envelope the entire African continent.
Yes.
Can you, I mean, explain why you chose it?
Yeah, I choose the name Habitat Africa because we are Africans,
Yes.
and we can go any part of Africa to do the bird watching. We need to know all the habitats in Africa, and that's what exactly we're doing.
Okay.
Most of my guides now knows all the parts of Africa. Myself, I've traveled many places in Africa. I have seen different type of habitats in Africa. So the name is
It's about exploring the biodiversity of the continent.
Biodiversity of Africa, and also the country of the Gambia.
Now I see a lot of, I mean, young people, I mean, who you just telling me that you trained in bird watching. They seem to be very good in the job already. Yes, tell me, what are some of the processes you take them through before they become professionals?
Yeah, Mr. Ibrahima, today I am very, very happy, and I will be very happy as well, and you will be.
Yes.
And in as much as we are here today, you will see how talented my boys are. They are very good. I have trained them in any aspect of guiding and all the type of birds, how they call them, how to come, and then, you know, for you to see them, they know all the tic-tacs.
That seems to be one important component of your work, knowing the names of birds, able to name them, being able to name them.
Not only to know the names of the birds, but you have to know the habitats.
Okay.
Because if you know the habitat of a bird and you know the call, you know the name, it's easier for you to identify it.
Basically, its characteristics.
Yeah, the characteristics, you know how to identify. That is very, very good for a guide to know. For instance, if you see a bird flying at a long distance, you think of a habitat. You think how that bird is flying, and then you know the call. It's very easy for you to identify it straight away. So I have trained my boys into that. So I am very happy.
They're very good at what they work.
Today, I know that we have experts in this country, and in fact, the whole continent, Africa, we have the best bird watchers in the whole continent.
That is,
if you go around Africa.
A lot has been said about, I mean, Gambian guides. They say we have extremely good guides who know their terrain very well, particularly bird watchers. They know just the places to take you for a good day out. Now tell me, the birds you are viewing. I mean, we have a variety. Gambia has, I mean, some of the largest, I mean, species of birds in Africa. Yes. What are you, I mean, to really look at this time around?
I mean, this time of round is in the rainy season. Most of our birds are breeding. Our birds breed in the rainy season. This is simply because we have a lot of food and a lot of security. We have water as well. You go anywhere in this country, you find water. Even in town, you see stagnant waters.
Because the system is in complete form.
The system is in form.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is fine, and the habitats are very green and very good and secured, well protected. So this is why birds comes to breed in the summer. Most of the sub-region birds come into the Gambia to breed, because Gambia, as you know, we are very peaceful. There is no war, there is no crime, nothing. Everything is simple.
Tranquil biodiversity.
So it's very, very safe.
This is the time when birds migrate.
To come particularly to this small country, the Gambia, for breeding. So this is why I always discuss this with the tourism board to make sure they are in line with the NEA to protect the bird watching sites. If we are protecting the people in town or in the country, obviously we should protect the birds. And this will bring more tourists into our country.
Like I said earlier, I think tracing and recording is not just what you do.
No.
Since conservation is a major priority, of your work. Yes, conserving the natural habitat, the natural environment, as well as the maze of avifauna species is also a major part of your agenda.
Exactly. This is my agenda, because this is why Habitat Africa, I formed this small organization.
En pensant qu'au bout du monde, il y a quelqu'un qui pense à lui. Et cette petite fille qui joue, qui ne veut plus jamais...
So having a great time with my friends and the Smiling Coast. This program is brought to you by...
Birding, especially during summer, is great fun on the Smiling Coast. As early as the first rains, populations of migratory birds make their way to the Gambia in search of ideal habitats, food and favorable conditions. The urge to discover new and unknown species gets no better as the avifauna world finally settles down to breed and reproduce.
And lots of male birds nowadays would be advertising themselves to the females. So either they display very well into the air, or they use their vocal in order to attract females to mate. Yeah, majority of the birds now are breeding because you have lots of insects about, weather is good, and plenty of colorful birds. So nature is really colorful at the moment.
Yeah, but why breeding at this time of the year?
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is
the availability of the
food. Availability of food and stability in the environment, which is the most important thing. Because if you think of other places where it only takes 3 months for the birds to breed and fledge and fly away, but here is several months. Being in the rainy season, then you have abundant of food, lots of insects you could see all over, flies. And then incubation is possible and easy simply because of the weather. It's nice and warm. And by the time they have newly fledged young birds, then they've got plenty of time, plenty of food to feed them. Hadn't been shortage of food, that could lead to the complete failure of breeding.
Bark pelican. Going towards the ozone.
Pink-back pelicans too, flying right. Night herons are nocturnal birds. How? It's a juvenile, yeah. You can see the markings on the wing.
Crown night heron and white crown night heron in flight.
The white back. Mature ones, they all have spots, but the spots are more extensive on the black crown one. And that of the white-backed night herons, they're sort of like short distance flyers, because they are more purely nocturnal than these ones. These ones, they sort of like congregate, and occasionally you do see them fishing during the day when they are sort of like desperate. But that of the white-backed night heron, they are very elusive and secretive as well. So they're sort of like short distance flyers. And they do have those small spots, but if you look at them extensively, they would show white-back, even on juvenile birds.
See the black night heron here, ban the white-backed night heron, because they are nocturnal birds, and it's sort of to keep this secretly rather than the black night heron. Yeah, it's easier to see the black night heron here than the white-backed night heron.
In flight also, the way the white-backed night herons fly and the way the other one fly also is quite different. Because this one look like more of rounded wings. The night heron flying.
Hundreds of assorted varieties frequent the sumptuous woodlands of Katong on any given day, and a chance sighting of a new and undiscovered species is totally within reach for those ready to explore the extra mile. With a record number of identified residential birds and migratory species, the Smiling Coast guarantees a naturally exciting nirvana for birders and lovers of tranquil woods overlooking the Atlantic. A day's trip beginning in the southern boundaries of the West Coast will take one to the lush and merry coastal wetlands nuzzled within hilly marshlands, all striking with a sea of reeds, where colorful birds love to rest.